I grew up in New York, and I was with my dad. My mom passed away when I was really young, and I moved from like my dad between my grandma and then back to my dad. So I really didn't have a placement when I was younger. So when adolescent years hit, you know, when you're trying to find yourself, I didn't have that when I was a child. So it just kind of brought the problem out more. I was struggling with my happiness and with my feelings and controlling my emotions. So Alpine helped me a lot to understand that things happen in life and it's okay, and just calm down. You don't have to freak out about everything. Like, it's not the end of the world.
I will never forget the day that she arrived. I thought I was really well prepared. I do a lot of research. I talked to lots of people, and I was not prepared for the dirty, disheveled, angry, withdrawn girl that showed up at our door.
Mer helped me in a lot of ways, actually. It was different from any therapist I've had, because my old therapist, when I was living at home, I felt like would just ask me questions about, like, she would just ask questions. Like, she was just like there to get in my mind. But like Mert was more of like a friend approach. Like, let's just have a discussion. Let's just talk about this, instead of like, how do you feel about this? What are you gonna do about it? Blah, blah, blah. And it helped me more to just discuss it with like a friend than I would just feeling like I was talking to somebody who was paid to listen to me.
This gives you some sense for the change in this girl's life. This was a candid picture I caught of Raina when we were down at Goblin Valley a week after she came to us. But you can see the pain on this little girl's face. This is Raina 6 months after she left our program at the Christmas party. And you look at that glowing face. This is when she's starting as a freshman at the University of Utah, all out on her own, facing the world and doing great things.
So the biggest thing I think Utah Youth Village did was the independent living. When I was there, I had graduated, and they weren't quite sure where to put me because I wasn't ready for college yet. I had to finish school. And so they just started this independent living program. They have a house for it now, which is great. So girls can go who are a little bit more mature, don't have that big of issues, and they just need like some kind of scheduling and organization in their life. But when I was there, I still lived in the home, which is good because I still got the group therapy and the aspect of seeing the other kids grow as well. And it just really helped me to kind of get a job and like get organized. It was just like a great transition into college life, because if I had just gone from boom, I'm in treatment, to boom, I'm in real world, it would have been more difficult.
Raina is very bright and exuberant, very bubbly. She has a lot of energy coming into our program. She was at first very concerned that she didn't know what she was going to do when she graduated, which I assured her was very typical of undergraduate students, and that was okay. And she's really grown since then. So with some coursework, looking into things like internships, she really figured out what it is that she's passionate about in the major and kind of some of the directions that she wanted to go.
I am just thrilled, and I never doubted that she could do it, because I think she really knows who she is and what she wants. Where before, she was not sure really where she wanted to go in life. And I've worked with a lot of kids who they graduate and that was Alpine, that was then. Raina's internalized, and she spreads it all around her.
When something happens, an event happens, and you freak out about it and you let your emotions take over what you're thinking, you add to the problem. That's a big thing I had to learn, is that when something little happened, it's not the end of the world. Like, this will pass. And when things happen now, I think to myself, is this gonna matter in 2 to 5 years? And if I say no, I'm just like, all right, and I drop it, you know? But if I say yes, I'm like, okay, what's the solution? So more of like, I stopped being part of the problem and I became more of the solution.
So as you look at these two images, you see graphically the mission of the village right here. This is about change. And you can say to yourself, is this the same girl? Yes and no. This isn't the same girl. That's what's cool about the village. That's what we do so well, is we change lives. And this is, Exhibit A.